Whew. Hey, it's E. Christopher Clark. I forgot. Oh, if you're watching the video of this, oh, my hair. Hey, so I don't know if that's a good thing or not. I'm a little closer. I forgot to make a video on Friday because I was sick. I don't know if you could hear it in the voice. I've been sick. My daughter was sick the other day, I think I talked about, and whatever she had, I was coming down with. Not the stomach part so far, knock on wood, but the cough and cold part, which I couldn't tell if it was allergies or what it was. But you know, I was up relatively late, all things considered. This is great medicine for a cold, by the way. A cold, by the way, is Diet Coke. I've already taken the real medicine. Don't you throw no shade on my soda consumption, please. Anyway, I was up late enough that I could have done a video. I was sort of futzing around. I was playing a lot with photos on Friday. I was playing with trying to figure out what the right workflow is, because I've loved watching people edit photos in Lightroom. They have awesome presets, which is what you on iOS and everywhere else you think of as filters. But the presets on that you can find and buy for Lightroom are like next level, and so I wanted to get in on that. Although for the most part, I still want to manage my photos in the Photos app on iOS and macOS, because that's where all of my photos live, and that's what generates these awesome little memories for me and whatever. And so I didn't. Again, it's this being torn between being fiddly and doing the thing that makes the stuff cool and good. So my current process is I'm sort of weeding out the photos in Photos until I get just the ones I want to work on, exporting those over to Lightroom, slapping the filters on in Lightroom, and then re-exporting them over to Photos. Now you're like, Chris, how are you doing that without losing any quality? Well, there's a function in Photos, the Mac app, to export unmodified originals. And so that takes the original file and just makes a copy of it wherever you tell it to go. So in that case, if I'm shooting something in the Halid, I think it's Halid or Halide app on iPhone, it's shot in RAW most of the time. So I get a DNG file that I then bring over to Lightroom, and it's just as good. It's not just as good, but it's as good as it could be bringing it into Lightroom, which is meant to work on RAW files and things like that. So it goes into Lightroom. When I'm done with it in Lightroom, the Photos app doesn't know what to do with RAW files right now. So whenever it gets a RAW file shot on the iPhone, it gets a RAW file plus a JPEG, a high resolution JPEG. And so when I export out of Lightroom, I export as a TIFF, which is not compressed at all, as far as I know. It's super huge, but that's just the photos that I really love. So I bring it back into Photos as a TIFF, super high quality, and then what I've decided is my method is I hide the originals in iPhotos. I don't delete them, because I want to always have those originals around in case sometime in the future I decide, nah, you know, I don't want to use Lightroom. I want to go back to just using the stuff in built-in stuff. So the originals that are left in iPhoto get hidden, or Photos get hidden, and those Lightroom TIFFs come in, and they look magical. But they don't always look magical. One of the things that I found in messing around with photos, the way that I've been messing around with photos, is the same thing. Oh, my hair is a mess. I slept for like 10 hours last night. So, you know, I still have this cold, but I'm feeling a lot better. So one of the things that I found in messing around with photos that I showed some of them, and in Lightroom, showed some of them to my wife, and she was kind of so-so on some of them. And those were the ones where I realized, yeah, I went a little too far. I love the color orange, but orange skin, that's not where it's at. Not where it's at all. Skin tones go a lot of different directions, but they never quite get to orange. Not yet. No prejudice against orange-skinned people, except for one that lives on Pennsylvania Avenue. he's a dick. So I went back and I was able to tweak those and get them working a little bit better. So I guess I'm saying all of that because I really don't have any excuse for not making a video on Friday, except that I was much more in a position, given the state of my nose running and being stuffed up, and given the state of my my throat being all coffee, and not good coffee, like coffee. You know what I mean? Like coffee, COUAGH. I've had coffee this morning, the other coffee, and that's why I'm talking so fast. And now I'm having a Diet Coke with more caffeine in it. And I had a Sunkist before that. I like soda too damn much, and I know it's probably bad for me. Not probably. I know it's bad for me. I don't care. Life is too short to give up everything that you love, food-wise. It just is. If you love gummy bears or gummy lifesavers or whatever, you should have those things. Maybe in moderation. Maybe I should have less soda. I don't know. All I know is that I'm sorry I didn't make a video for Friday, but this is the video for Friday, so now I'm not sorry anymore.